know he loves to drink good whiskey. Oh, while laughing at the moon. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, never in between. Welcome back to day 3 of Talking at 6 presents SlumTember Fest, brought to you by Rain Barrel Whiskey. Rain Barrel Whiskey. The dead leaves are a prize. I'm your host, 1-6, a.k.a. Mellow Yellow Can in my hand, Mullet Hawkwood, a.k.a. I'm talking way out, a.k.a. Round the town they call him Paul. It's Paul from on the hill. And every time Paul does slay a hog, you can hear that hog get a.k.a. Country folks don't talk much. They just get to work. Sawdust. A.k.a. Late night I might take flight with 3 hoes like my name. He who shall not be mentioned. This ain't over, fat man. I'm coming back for round 2. A.k.a. a whiskey drinking, thought-provoking, brisky smoking dude. A.k.a. hotter than dry leaves in August. Much like the ones you can find in Rain Barrel Whiskey. A.k.a. rolling with a top down on peanut butter guts. A.k.a. standing at the store like woo, Ric Flair woo, Ric Flair woo, I'm penguin pussy cool, sitting sideways in a brand new coupe. A.k.a. intergalactic, out of a mind and into traffic. A.k.a. shot at and missed, shit at and hit. A.k.a. 1-6 Willie, 1-6 Willie, yay, yay. In this episode, I'll be discussing / reviewing the mixtape Trunk Muzik Returns by Yellow Wolf. At this point, you haven't caught on by now. I mean, I've already mentioned it, but yes, continuing the theme of reviewing Yellow Wolf releases. This week, we're tackling Trunk Muzik Returns, which is honestly one of my personal favorite releases by him, and one of my favorite just mixtapes in general. Like, all around good time. This was a great summer. Like, this came out around summer, had a great summer vibe. So this actually came out around the same time. Like, this was released in the same year, like, as the first Run of Jewels. Like, RTJ1, the original Run of Jewels, and Trunk Muzik Returns came out in the same summer, or like the same time. They were a couple like months apart, a couple weeks apart. They hopped on both of these at the same time, riding the same wave with these. And it was a great time, man. It was just a great time for music. Like, these were both great. Just throw them on in the car. You can listen to them in the house, just chilling, posting up. Shit, you doing a party, having a kickback, got the homies out, man, you throw it on, chilling, just vibing, having a great time. You could throw these on and just let them play all the way through, because they were just a good fucking time. Like, they were just great. Lyrically dope. Like, production-wise, the beats were all on point. They were great. The lyrics just hidden, man. It was just a genuine good vibe. They flow all together. But yeah, man, Trunk Muzik Returns. This was this was the mixtape that came out after the album Radioactive, which commercially didn't do great. Like, didn't review well. It was Radioactive was Yellow Wolf's first label release on Shady, and it just didn't do great. Like, it didn't do as anyone expected. It just kind of tanked. Like, it wasn't a great time. Like, fans were really disappointed. Like, they didn't live up to their expectations. They didn't hit the way he wanted. He's even come out and said, like, yeah, the label, like, came out and fucked with it a lot. The label, like, had songs set for him to record. Like, they made him record, so, like, Hard White, him and Lil Jon, like, apparently the label had that one set for him, had the beat picked, had, like, Lil Jon feature set, like, you're doing this, him and Kid Rock, Let's Roll. Like, once again, that was, like, a label song. Like, the label's like, hey, we want you to do this. We want you to work this. Like, sure, like, he liked Yellow, he liked Lil Jon, thought it'd be dope to work with him and shit, but also the label would set it up before they even asked him, like, had it already arranged for him to do that. They already had, like, him set up to work with Kid Rock without asking him. So it was just like he didn't have as much, he didn't really have input into these songs. He weren't like, oh, hey, these were his idea, and he came with this. This was like, hey, we booked the studio, we got the artist, we booked the feature, get in there and make the shit happen. And, like, that was just a lot of what Radioactive was. Like, he's like, yeah, dude, I know that album was trash. I don't fuck with it. I'm not a fan of it. I know it wasn't shit. I know it was fucked up. I know that album was shitty. I don't like it. But Trunk Muzik Returns was like the mixtape that came out after that album. This was like, damn, a lot of people were like, this came out, I was like, man, this should have been the album. Like, this was dope as fuck. This was really good. This was really awesome. Why wasn't the album more like this? This is more of like This is definitely a lot more like southern trap style, like more of the southern rap. Excuse me, a little southern rap style, more of like his trap elements. Like Yellow Wolf does this really well. He also does like really he does the country and the rock elements really well. But this is also like this is his southern rap. This is like the things that brought him that he first came up for when he was underground. Things that have the most notoriety underground when he was people really got onto the wave of what he really did really well. He also has the original Trunk Muzik mixtape, which did awesome, and then got turned into the album. Well, element parts songs got taken from it, and parts of it got turned into the album Trunk Muzik 0 to 60. So this is technically like Trunk Muzik. This was Trunk Muzik Returns. It's like a return to the Trunk Muzik era, the return to what he was known for. Because like yeah, like a lot of the album songs were like more rock heavy than what people were used to from him. More like Let's Roll was like more of kind of a country, like yeah, Kid Rock singing on the chorus of it. So it's like it's not what people who originally like got into mixtape Yellow Wolf were into. But it's like, okay, so what is this? That was clearly like aiming more for radio play, trying to get more of a radio hit, become more of a big time player on the radio. I mean, he's on Shady Records, which is a big time label, you know. They're a major name in the game. They're a big fucking deal. Like they get major radio play, they get video play, they get that exposure. So trying to get this artist to be on that level when in reality, when really that wasn't his vibe, you know, that's not generally what he does. It's not the same area. Like Yellow Wolf doesn't really fit into the same pocket as Eminem, but they're both good artists. They're both dope. They're both really talented. They're both great at their craft. They're good at what they do, but you wouldn't necessarily put those two into the same category because they're sonically, like sound-wise, they're just completely different sounds. Even though they have worked on track, they do have a track together on Radioactive, and they both go off on it. They go in, and it sounds dope. It's just you would not market those two artists the same way. But this is like Yellow Wolf's response to, yeah, the album wasn't shit. Here's a mixtape where I'm still ripping. I can still do this. Don't get it twisted. I ain't fell off. I ain't lost the talent. That wasn't, a lot of those decisions weren't me, you know? But yeah, dude, this is so great. It starts off, first track on the album, first track on the tape is Firestarter, which is like a really mellow, like kind of slow, kind of like electronic, kind of trippy beat. And it's just, I'm a fire starter. Hot damn, bitch, this fire is out of, oh no, this fire is out of control, and bitch, you can't put me out, said I'm a fire starter. Hot damn, it's so good. Like the beat starts off so mellow and like slow and like, oh, okay, cool, like you're just gonna ride the vibe, and then he just goes in, like he comes in spraying, dog. He just comes in spitting so fucking hard and like snapping on it, just going for it, man. He's like, oh man, so cool. He went straight for the throat, but then he also like can slow it down and get melodic on it. Like at the end, he's just like, was it? Hotter than a preacher daughter. Hotter than dry leaves in August. Yeah, I'm a fire starter. Like ooh, I'm a fire starter. Ooh, yeah, I'm a problem. It's so dope. Sticks and stones and broken bones. Like it's super like melodic, flowy, kind of floaty, like ethereal, almost like the effects on his voice have it almost like ghostly to it. But it's so dope. He goes so hard. And it's like, oh man, that's a great. That was nice. That was a dope one. That was a banger. And that's just the first track, man. They go from that. I was like, oh man, that's dope. Then it goes into the and then it goes into Way Out, which is such a good one. It's cinnamon seats, bass bowl flakes, yeah, way out. Throwing that Jimmy back until I'm laid out on my catfish Billy shit. On my catfish Billy shit, homie. I'm where some shit. Man, I'm fucking up. I'm not doing it justice right now, but this one's also like dope, ghosty, like floaty, like riding smooth, like kicking it really dope. It's like smooth shit, just spitting lyrical, just spitting smooth and like real pimp shit, real slick shit. But yeah, it's great. Like it's talking Way Out. Like the video's like the video for this is crazy. It's all like in the woods getting abducted by aliens, but it's also like some smooth, like clean Chevy ride and shit. You know, you got the old school all cleaned up. You're riding slow, going 2 miles an hour, so everybody sees me. It's such a great one. Such a good one. Like, especially it goes Firestarter right into that, and it's just like, oh man, those two hit so hard. It's like, oh man, okay, he batting 2 for 2 right now. Then he goes in. Then it goes into track 3, Fast Ride, which I didn't realize. It took me the longest time to realize because it's spelled as an acronym, like fast is an acronym, and I just never got it. It took me for the longest to get it and realize, oh, fast, FAST is actually an acronym for funky ass shit to ride to. It's like, and I was like, hold on. Hold on, it was like, on that ass, bitch, bumping this funky ass shit to ride to. And I was like, never fucking got it. Like, never understood. Never was like, oh yeah, it's dope. It's awesome. It's such a great one. It's this one actually starts off mellow yellow can in my hand, mullet hot wood. Country folks don't talk much. They just get to work. Sawdust. Like once again, like ghosty electronic ethereal alien type beat. And it's just like, yeah, he just kicks this when he kicks in, like dum 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 da 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 da. Like it's just more like he's going in kicking it, and it's like it's just like kind of up pace, like faster paced drums, but like everything else is kind of like slower and floaty behind it, but the drums are kind of upbeat, so it's not like super fast, like fast as I can rap as possible for no reason, but it's like, you know, it's kind of a speedy, like upbeat, punchy hit, but with everything else slowing down, and it's awesome. This is also where the line, my Uncle Critter said, "You look like you been shot at and missed, shit at and hit." Yeah, and it's like pitched up, like almost chipmunky, but not super chipmunky. And then it's like, yeah, and then it also has this great line of lunch break, done working for the day. I'm about to get slung under. Slung under. It's so dope. Like, so such a fucking good song. Such another great good time. Another like party jam where you can just throw it on while you chilling, cruising around the block, you know, just riding slow, bumping it. Or you can be cleaning up the house, you know, just cleaning, cooking dinner. This is like this tape. You can cook to this tape, you can clean to this tape, you can party to this tape, you can just ride to this tape, man. You can get bucked to it. It's just all around, like it's all around great like mixtape. It hits on so many levels. There's so many like back-to-back hits on it. Like this album, like this mixtape is honestly like one of my favorite. Like it's probably my favorite mixtape of all time. Like it hits so hard. It's such a classic. And honestly, I feel like it like when you mention it, people that know it give it a lot of love. It, they, you know, they'll give it the props. They'll give it its buzz, its name. But I also feel like over the years, it hasn't like been like it never really got to like the level it should have been on. Like it was always like, oh yeah, it's a good one, but it's never been like, hey man, no, it's not some like I don't feel like people still talk about this to this day when it should still be in rotation. Like this is still one of his best. Like this is still not just one of his best, it's one of the best mixtapes ever. Like this mixtape is so fucking good. And it goes from that into Box Chevy Part 4. So if you listen to the Ball of Flames episode, you heard me talk about my Box Chevy. Well, this is the fourth iteration of that. This is Box Chevy Part 4. And once again, it's like slow. This whole tape is kind of just like slow, spacey, like floaty beats. And this one, like even his rapping on this one is like slowed down, like super, like there's long pauses between lines, and it's just some chill, floaty. I'm just vibing shit, just get on it, vibe on it. Like even the cover of the mixtape is just like it's Yellow Wolf, like these big ass sunglasses on, this beard and gold teeth, and he has this cowboy hat on. This is like when he went through his full cat. This is his Catfish Billy phase, which is actually a song on this tape that we're gonna get to later on in a couple minutes. One of my favorite songs, but we'll get to that in a minute. But like the whole Catfish Billy phase, where it's like, what is he doing? He's wearing cowboy boots and wearing the cowboy hat, like he was going like the full Southern like rocker look, but also still like did some of his hardest spitting, like some of his best fucking work, some of his dopest verses came out during this era. Like he spit so much dope shit. This is when he was hopping on features. This is around the same time when ASAP Rocky's One Train came out, and he hopped on that with him and murdered that shit. He also, I think he did a verse for Raekwon at this time. He also hopped on the song by Brother Lynch called the Package, which Yellow Wolf murdered that shit, dog. Oh my god, like I can't remember all of it, but he goes so hard in that one, and that's like one of my favorite. He has one of my favorite tags in that one, where like at the end, before he starts off by yelling "Slumerican shit," and this was like, dog. Since then, like I heard that, it's like, oh my god, I still use that now, like. You man, I don't know if I use it. I don't know, man. Just that Slumerican shit, so great. He used it on that. He also he brought that back on the LAF remix with Ritz. He fucking starts his verse off by yelling Slumerican shit. Like it's just so good. It's such one of those great tags. It's like, man, it's so awesome. It's such a great thing to yell, bro. Like it just hits so hard. The alliteration, just the vibe, just the energy it brings. Just the oh shit, you hear that? Like, you hear that start for a verse, you're like, oh shit, he about to go in, son. He ready for it. He come in hot, bro. He about to bring it. But yeah, dude, like just all around great time. Box Chevy 4. It's just crazy. Like it's super floaty, super like spacey, but it's like has like the bass hits hard, like it's in a Box Chevy. Like, you know, like you want to slump, you at the Box Chevy, you got the subs in the back, you're slumping, you're real slow, slumping, bumping, and like yeah, it perfectly captures that vibe. He just comes in like, I just pop some pills, and all I really want is not to feel like a fucking ball in a soccer field. because everybody seems so not for real. It's just like, yo, what the fuck? It's just slow, floaty, and vibey, and it's just a great time, man. Like it's you ride slow and just have a good time. Just one of those one of those easy summer Saturday nights, man, where it's like still warm out and you just out cruising, enjoying the vibe, shit, just having a good time, just chilling, not really going anywhere, no real destination. You just enjoying the vibe, enjoying the time, enjoying the company you got. You got the homies with you got your lady with you. Maybe you just going around, just man, we cruising right now. We ain't really going nowhere. There's no destination. There's no point to this besides having a great time, just enjoying the moment, just living in it, just doing this, just enjoying being happy with who we are and where we are right now, and just looking on the bright side. Such a great song, such a great vibe for that. Then it goes into the song Hustle, which has a feature from Paul Wall. And Hustle, like, it, once again, still slower vibe, but it kind of picks up a little bit. This one still has some, like, cool, slide, laid back pimp shit, like, vibe to it, but it also picks up a little more. Like, it's less, this one's not as, like, spacey as Box Chevy 4. Like, it's more, down to earth, more there, but it also has like a more serious context, slightly more serious context to it. Because in Yellow, if it's more like, yeah, if I failed, that's his verse is basically part of his verse is like, that's how I fail for another man's hustle. It's more like his verse is about how he got hustled, in the rap game in general. Just man, yeah, he's trying to get in, trying to do whatever, doing whatever it takes, listen to what anybody tells you. You run into somebody who has more experience in the game, so you just listen to whatever they tell you, do whatever they say, and you end up getting hustled, and you get played, trying to make it, but you got to keep your head up, you got to keep going. But then Paul Wall verse, like Paul Wall starts this one off, and he comes in and just rolling with the top down on peanut butter guts. Hey. What is it? Trolling. He's like, trolling. Damn, I can't remember. Let me go on, turn the bass up. Holding that Glock 9 in case I hate to run up. Like on some straight. This guy, I got my car smoking, but it ain't the motor. It's just me in that. It's just me in that dodo. Like, it's so dope. It's like some definitely like, it's like some real Paul Wall shit. Like, it's some fucking Texas vibe shit, man, But riding out of state with a Texas plate, it's just like some Paul, like, if you ever listen to Paul Wall, this is some, like, slow vibing Paul Wall shit, just clean fucking paint. He got the slab out, just riding slow, loving it, man. But yeah, then Yellow was like, kids like shit's more like, hey, more kind of serious, lyrical content-wise, more slightly deeper, but it's still, like, a good time. It's still a good vibe. It's still a smooth, just cruising, great time, just floating. Not really much as floating, but, like, more of, okay, it's just getting more real. And then it goes into Catfish Billy, which, oh my God. Catfish Billy might be my favorite song of all time. Like, it's definitely top 5 favorite songs of all time. Catfish Billy is, without a doubt, one of the buckest songs ever. Like, it's, like I said in the past episode, he played this early on in the concert, and I was like, I just didn't know why he would do it. Why would you play this early? It's such a fucking banger. It's so great. Some of my favorite Yellow songs, my favorite songs of all time. To this day, like, I still get bucked to this song. It's one of my favorite songs to get bucked to, man. You get your swill on. Go ahead, grab you a cup of that grab you a cup of that Rain Barrel whiskey. Go ahead, knock that back while you bumping Catfish Billy, boy. Shit bound to get out of hand, man. Shit, boy, you knocking back some rainwater, some Rain Barrel whiskey, you spitting out the leaves, and you about to swing on the motherfucker. Boy, it's so dope. Like, it's so hype. And I don't know if I can fully do it justice to try to explain it, but like, it starts off slow, just like some like fucking like guitar wail, kind of like horn, like guitar like wail horns. Like, it starts off with this sample of like from a show, and I don't know what it's sample that I don't know what it's from. Like, it's people with these kids talking, and Paul says not to bother him. If he's not gonna be home, how can I bother him? And it's just like, yo, don't do it. You're gonna get in trouble, like, kind of thing, right? Kind of talk. And the song comes in, it's just, what is it? Right down in the, what is it? Fuck. Man, I can't remember. Man, I'm blanking on it right now. Fuck. But it's, yeah. There's an old man on the porch on the shack, and the shack is where he lives. Around the town, they call him Paul. It's Paul from on the hill. And every time Paul does slay a hog, you can hear that hoggy squeal. And then Yellow comes in and it's like, Bible Belt. Oh, it's so good, man. I'm blanking on lyrics right now, but it's such a good song. It's so great. Such a fucking hype vibe. And then, like, the first, like, this is so crazy. But then, like, yeah, like, in the first verse, he's just like, so what is it? Fuck. Why am I blanking on this? Why am I blanking this? Oh, he's like, fuck, shit, goddamn, pussy, cunt, bitch, suck a cock. You want some of this rock and roll? Take this pie, suck this rock. Where's the fire? Super hot. Clean them up, grab them up. Catfish on my shit. Fuck with me, you gonna get dry. Catfish Billy, Catfish Billy, yay, yay. Like, that's the end of the first verse, and the chorus just drops in the chorus. Catfish Billy, Catfish Billy, yay, yay. It's like, man, that shit, that's my go-to hype up phrase right there, man. Like, anytime, you know, from the time first day I heard that shit, it's like, oh my god, this is nuts, man. It's just crazy. That's been the hype up phrase of the Catfish Billy, you know, shit. 1-6 Willie, 1-6 Willie, yay, yay. You know, it's like, you know, like, you ever hear Catfish Billy bumping, you know, shit getting wild, boy. We out here getting loose, we getting into it. But then the fucking second verse, after the chorus, second verse comes in, he just comes in fucking chopping. I'm not even gonna try to imitate it because I can't do it. But he comes in fucking chopping so fucking hard. Like, he's spitting so fast and just so crazy with so much energy. And he just chops, like, honestly, the whole fucking second verse is just him going hard, just ripping it. And then that shit just, and it just, like, kind of, like, slowly rides out, just slowly starts mellowing out. It's, like, super, like, dope-ass, like, almost, like, bayou, like, swampy guitar riffs just playing out, and it, like, slowly fades out. But, God, Catfish Billy, such a great song, such a fucking monster. Like, so much so to the point of, like, it actually got a sequel. There's a Catfish Billy 2, because Catfish Billy is such a big deal. Like, it's such a fucking hype song. It's so crazy. So much love for it, man. It's such a great one. Then that goes into the song Gangsta, which starts, like, with the intros, like, a news report. Some shit like that happened, like, some guy, like, robbed his credit union, and it's just like, and then Yellow comes in. This song actually has two features on this: ASAP Rocky and Yellow's friend Big Henry. And Yellow actually, surprisingly, Yellow actually starts this one off and it was just like, it's like, what is it? Fuck. What is it? There's something about my careless upbringing. It must have been something about my careless upbringing that got me in so much trouble at school and shit. It maybe shit, but basically it's like how, like, yeah, you know, I just grew up around, like, I grew up with a bunch of people that didn't have shit. I grew up motherfuckers that were just broke, just trying to get anywhere house. Like, you know, it was like biker gangs, picking up the people I didn't know passed out on my couch. And it's like, you know, his young mom, she was out there living her life, but also trying to raise a kid. His daddy was a dope man, you know, so he had fucking motherfuckers just crashing out the house, you know. You had biker gang going up with biker gangs and just like, I mean, the shit you see when you grow up around drug dealers, shit. Let's be real. Don't try to sugarcoat this. The grimy shit you see. And he grew up around that and realized, man, fuck you, you know. Took that mindset of, talking about how he took that mindset into school with him. Man, fuck you. You ain't shit. I don't give a fuck. You ain't shit. I ain't shit. Ain't nobody God. Ain't nobody shit. And we just took that vibe of, like, not giving a fuck and, like, got him in fights and shit because him not giving a fuck pissed other people off. Like, which, not gonna say I'm to that same level of extreme. Like, oh, that's just like me. It's like, no. But also, like, a vibe of, like, when you don't let shit bother you, like, indifference is such a big crazy thing that, like, people hate when you're indifferent about shit. When you don't let shit bother you, don't let things get to you. It actually pisses people off because why aren't you matching my energy? I'm mad right now. Why aren't you also mad and yelling back? Like, I'm mad and yelling at you. You should be mad and yelling back at me. You shouldn't just be calm and relaxed. You being calm is pissing me off more. And it's kind of like his whole vibe on that. And then ASAP Rocky comes in, you know, similar shit. It's about, like, you know, growing up hood, you know, growing up around a bunch of hood shit, a bunch of grimy shit, you know, seeing a lot of shit at a young age, man, not thinking you don't make it past your 20s, you know, you're not expected to live past fucking 21, man, so it's crazy to make it out. And it's just like, also the verse, and then Big Henry comes in. And this motherfucker, how you, like, you already got two motherfuckers spit some grimy shit come in, and, like, he comes in on some saying, like, on that's not the same shit, like, oh, it's the same shit three times, but it's like the same vibe, similar shit, but he fucking somehow made it hit hard, man. And, like, his verse starts off with a clip, was like, just pull up on, like, pow, 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 sit in the car just like that. And it's just like, you ever looked in the eyes of a G? Cold, cold world, that's what you gonna see when the cash slow up, mask go up, Chevy slow up, that's what it's gonna be. And it's like, oh, fuck, bro. It's like, goddamn, it's like, OG stripes up under my belt, game so hot that a nigga might melt. Man, it's like, I pop that trunk, I'm gonna pop me a chump, nigga, leave it, I'm gonna pop that trunk, I'm gonna pop me a chump, leave a nigga slump with his chin in his chest, bang, 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 nigga, real G shit. Half of these rappers ain't live like this, only half of the streets I live like this. Nobody really knows why it is like this. When it comes to a buck, I'm a mathematician. It's like, god damn, bro, he fucking goes in so hard, though. Big Henry, bro. Shout out to Big Henry, man. He also an artist. Check out his music, man. Dude goes hard, man. He fucking ripped that shit. Like like no joke, like the motherfucker who like the unknown dude came in third and murdered the fucking track. Like you got Yellow Wolf who signed the Shady is a big name, was a big deal at the time. You got ASAP Rocky, big name, fucking buzzing at the time. You got Big Henry, this fucking nobody who's just not an open, just unknown dude, completely unknown, just one of Yellow's homies that also raps, comes in and fucking murders it harder than anybody else and just shuts shit down completely, bro. Completely fucking murdered. It's crazy. And somehow you still have more songs after that. You still have somewhere to go after that. You still have to keep going after that shit. It goes in the fucking rhyme room, which is almost like a fucking like kind of just like a freestyle, almost like freestyle vibe, like almost like a freestyle cipher vibe. You just spit some shit, just go in about how you dope, just go in dope shit. This one features Raekwon and Killer Mike. Like, first off, you got Yellow Wolf got features from Raekwon and Killer Mike on a fucking mixtape, dog. Like, you got two of these motherfuckers, two of the hardest spitters in the game. These motherfuckers are OGs. These motherfuckers, like, Raekwon is a legend. Killer Mike is a future legend. You got these motherfuckers coming in on a fucking mixtape, dog. And they kill that shit. Like, Raekwon goes in and kills it. Fucking Killer Mike, man. Like, honestly, one of my, like, I love Killer Mike, man. I love his whole vibe. I love his energy. Love fucking classics. Like I said, this came out around the same time as Run the Jewels. So this is like, real Killer Mike was just not coming back in the public eye. He's always been around, but like, this is like this is when the fucking Run the Jewels buzz was starting. And it's like people were finally starting to see how lyrical and dope as fuck this dude is. And he comes in on this one. He's like, what is it? Fuck. He's like, late night, I might take flight with 3 hoes like named Santa. Sweeter than a can of Fanta. It's like, shit, but it's so good. He's like, it was like, standing at the stove like woo, standing at the stove like woo, whipping that work like woo, Ric Flair woo, I'm penguin pussy cool, sitting sideways in a brand new coupe, fuck nigga suck dick till you straight. Sitting sideways in a brand new coupe, fuck nigga suck dick till you straight. Which is funny as shit in the song. Like, honestly, it's like one of my favorite, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's one of my favorite fucking, like, concepts. It's like when Southern rappers say shit like that. It's like, man, fuck nigga, go suck dick till you straight. Like, what the fuck? Like, not there's anything wrong with being gay. We don't bash gay people, you know, shout out. We love everybody. But, like, the fact of saying shit like that, like, telling a straight dude to go do some gay shit until you straight. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, the fucking the comparison, the, like, oxymoron of it all is what is funny, you know? Fuck it. I'm not hating on gay people. I just think that's funny when you say when people Southern rappers say shit like that. Southern people in general just say shit like that. I think it's hilarious. I just think that vibe is funny. But also, he has another line on that. It's like, what is it? It's like, I take your life, sleep good that night, crap, legs in Savannah. And it's like, fucking Killer Mike. Like, Killer Mike has that great vibe, but like, the vibe, like, his vibe, yeah, actually it is. It's his vibe, and he has the gift of, like, he can say some grimy, hardcore, like, violent, just destroy your life shit, some fucked up, completely decimate you shit. And it'll sound smooth as fuck to the point like you'll love it, man. Like, he could be talking about you, this nigga just shit on you, just ruin your life, and you still love it. You'll still bump the shit because it sounds fucking dope. It's awesome. And then Yellow Wolf comes in, fucking he murders it too. Motherfucker comes in after that. Like, yeah, that's the crazy part in this one. He followed Raekwon. It's Raekwon, then Killer Mike, then Yellow Wolf, and Yellow Wolf still held his own on the track, bro. He still fucking held it. It's crazy. Excuse me. Then you go into the track Fame, which is like a light, like, not necessarily, I mean, like, once again, the whole spacey kind of flowy vibe. This one isn't, like, as vibey, like, this is more like, okay, the beat's kind of slow and kind of distant, but this is, like, this one's more, like, this is the story of, like, him trying, like, how he got signed, basically. This is the story of how he got signed to Interscope, but him trying to make it. This is the story of, like, he had a meeting, like, basically talking about how he had a meeting. It's like, he says it better, with more words, but the general, like, vibe, the gist of it is, he had a meeting with L.A. Reid. He's in New York, in the skyscraper, waiting in a meeting room to have a meeting, in a boardroom with a meeting for L.A. Reid. And, like, L.A. Reid comes in. L.A. Reid was, like, head of Def Jam at the time. L.A. Reid comes in. There's a bunch of people that work for him. He's like, okay. And, like, they're introducing him, explaining what Yellow Wolf is. And it's like, okay. And they're like, okay, Yellow Wolf, you have the floor. He's like, what? It's like, no, I'm not performing. Like, you want to come see me perform, come out to the show. I'm not about to perform in a fucking boardroom. You know, I'm not performing for the fame. And he's like, yeah, and that's how I lost the deal with Interscope. You know what I mean? That's how I lost the deal with Def Jam. Like, had, like, meeting for a potential deal with Def Jam, but he told him, like, dog, I'm not just performing in a boardroom. Like, you want to come see me perform, this won't be the same. You know, this won't be the ride. You won't get the vibe. You won't capture my energy. You won't get the right energy. You want to see me actually perform, come out to a show. I'm not just going to perform in a boardroom for you just to get Just because I'm trying to, like, I'm not that desperate. I might be hungry. I'm trying to get it, but I'm not that desperate. So yeah, he's like, yeah, that's how I went home broke on Christmas. No deal. Lost the deal with Def Jam. Went home broke on Christmas. And he's like, after that, he just snapped, said, fuck it, did any show he could, hopped on everything he could, hopped on every show he could, burnt them down, burned everything, did South by Southwest, went to Canada, did anything he could, any show that would have him on, he performed and toured the stage and perform it. Then he finally gets back off the road and got a meeting with Interscope. Interscope offered him a deal, and it's like, that's how he got signed. It's like, which is great, like, it's a great motto, it's a great example, it's a great story, great advice. Just go out and kill it. Don't fucking don't go chasing the deals. Don't go chasing the labels. Go out, do what you do, murder that shit. Don't go whatever your field is and go out and be great and let them come to you. Let the offers come to you. Don't go chasing the offers. Let the offers chase you, which is great advice, man. Like, you can do whatever you want. I mean, shit, podcast, bro. Look at this. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, I don't have the biggest following. It's not that big a deal, but it's still, I'm getting it done. I'm getting episodes out. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm doing this all on my own. Like, I've had some help sometimes. Shout out to the homies that help me mix and record and shit. But I'm saying, like, I didn't wait. There's no major company backing me. There's nothing big behind this. It's just me recording my thoughts. Cause fuck it, it's a podcast, bro. But then the last song, Tennessee Love, which actually ended up on his next album, on the next studio album, which was Love Story. The song Tennessee Love, which is just a genuine, great, love vibe, just smooth, chill, heartwarming vibe, but just basically how, him falling in love with a woman. He's like, oh man, confessing his love to her and telling her how much he loves her. It's like, let's get drunk and fall in Tennessee love. Just southern twangy vibe, just a general great time, man. It's just all around good thing, It's a great time. It's a fun time. It's a really good vibe. So dope. I highly recommend checking out this album, man. It's such a great time. Speaking of a good time and a great vibe, Rain Barrel Whiskey. It'll get you there. Okay? I mean, you want to vibe, you get you a couple drinks. I mean, hey, don't worry about it. It's like the dead leaves inside the bottle. Those are prizes. Okay? Who doesn't love getting a prize? Who doesn't love getting something awesome? But speaking of something awesome, subscribing to the channel, giving this video a like, telling your friends about us, following us on social media at Talk That Six on Twitter, following us on Facebook at Talking That Six, letting your friends know, telling your friends to follow, telling them to check out the episodes, man. Helping this podcast grow would be a great prize. And then maybe next time, we won't say that again because I've already said it several times, but we could use the help. But yeah. Thanks, guys. Once again, thank you for checking out this episode. Thank you for checking out SlumTember Fest. Hope this is going well. Hope you're having a great time. Hope you're enjoying this, because I definitely want to do something similar to this in the future. Honestly, for me, this was a great time. This is a fun time. This is a fun concept, really fun idea. I don't want to expand on this in the future. But thanks you for checking out this episode. Remember, I might not be the greatest. I might not be shit. But I will always talk that six. Peace.